And imagine a paper airplane that doesn't just go straight into the ground. This one actually flies and continues flying. I'll tell you how it works.
This is News 10 at 9.
And good morning to you. Whoa, that was a failure.
I had to try it.
Let's try that again.
Let's do it.
Let me try it again.
Good
That's a
morning
redo.
to you.
I'm Jeff Maher, in for Dan Elliott.
That was better.
That was better, right?
That was better,
Yeah.
but not great.
All right, Rob, thank you. One person is dead after an early morning shooting in North Sacramento.
It happened a little before 4 on Beaumont near Rio Linda. A neighbor found a man who had been shot several times in a yard. That neighbor said he didn't even hear the gunshots. Police are investigating this as a homicide, but they have no suspects at this time. And there's also no word yet on a motive. Firefighters are investigating a house fire in Antelope. We've got video and pictures. This sent in by a News 10 viewer. In it, you can clearly see the flames coming out of the top of that home. This was a fire that kept crews busy for much of the morning. And looking at the video, the fire broke out around 4 this morning. No word yet on a cause or any injuries. The fire did go to 2 alarms before crews were able to get a handle on it. We've learned that nobody was inside the home at the time. 2 cars were damaged, and again, no word on the cause. A California family is fighting to keep a brain-dead 13-year-old girl on life support. Supporters of the family held a vigil for Jahai McMath, who's hooked up to a ventilator at Children's Hospital in Oakland. A temporary injunction keeping her on life support expires today. Doctors declared her brain-dead 10 days ago. After having her tonsils removed, Jahai reportedly suffered a large amount of bleeding and eventually went into cardiac arrest.
The doctors think they know everything, but if they knew everything, then my daughter wouldn't be brain dead right now.
And today, a neurologist is expected to examine Jahai. The family is also calling for a new legal investigation into how a tonsillectomy could leave the girl brain dead. San Francisco police are ramping up security for the last 49ers game at Candlestick Park. Police Chief Greg Suhr told reporters that fans can expect 50% more officers at tonight's game than a regular night game. Officers expect fans to be excited as they bid farewell to the stadium, but they will not be tolerating any rowdiness or drunken behavior. And Suhr warns that fans trying to steal a piece of the stadium as a memento will be arrested. The Niners have been playing at Candlestick since 1971. Security won't be the only concern for tonight's game. Traffic is another concern. The 49ers are encouraging anyone going to the game to use carpool or public transit to get to the park. The team also announced they'll be opening the gates at 1:30 this afternoon. That's an hour earlier than usual. Same goes for the stadium gates, opening at 2 this afternoon, 1 hour earlier than the normal time. Well, frustration and anger continues to grow over the Target credit card breach, and now courts and state governments are getting involved. So far, 3 class action lawsuits have been filed with more than $5 million in damages. 2 of those cases were filed in California and 1 in Oregon. Meantime, attorney generals in at least 4 states, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, and South Dakota, have asked Target for information regarding that breach. With less than 2 days before Christmas, we're in the final push for holiday shopping. But if you still have some shopping to do, you still have some options. Toys R Us is open from now straight through until 9 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Kohl's is in the midst of a 100-hour straight shopping frenzy, but a little tip: the least crazy time to do it is the early morning before work. As for online shopping, a lot of retailers offer expedited shipping with guaranteed Christmas delivery, but that's going to cost you extra. Or you can choose the store-to-site option offered by stores like Walmart and Best Buy. Well, holiday shopping proved to be more than just stressful at a couple of area malls over the weekend. Friday night, SWAT officers searched for a gunman at West Valley Mall in Tracy after several shots were fired at the main entrance just before 5 p.m. Police say there were no surveillance cameras at the mall. Then on Saturday night at the Weberstown Mall in Stockton, a brawl over the Air Jordan 11 Gamma Blues, new shoes that were just released at the Finish Line store. This fight was captured on cell phone video and then posted on YouTube.
Throwing punches over Air Jordans, I think, is ridiculous.
Definitely not worth it. In the case of Friday's shooting, investigators won't say who the target was. No arrests have been made in either of those two incidents. Well, with less than 48 hours to go until Christmas, the Salvation Army is working overtime to make holiday wishes come true for hundreds in our area.
Yeah, it's all part of the annual Angel Tree program. And News 10's Chris Wynn is live there at Cal Expo in Sacramento, where the Salvation Army is holding its annual Christmas distribution. Chris, what a wonderful day. You're lucky to be out there, my friend.
Absolutely.
I mean, what do? You just stand back and watch. The good news, though, Jeff, here, nobody was injured.
That is good news.
What is that?
Oh, this is good news, too. An icy rescue caught on camera. A golden retriever named Crosby fell through the ice on the Charles River in Massachusetts. Her owner made a frantic 911 call, and firefighters strapped on their special cold water survival suits and dove into the icy water. The dog was trapped by the ice about 50 yards offshore. After getting Crosby nice and dry, she was eventually reunited with her owner, which is a good thing to see. Now, Rob Karlmark, I don't know if you knew this, Keba, but he has a golden retriever at home.
I know that.
Sometimes they're smart, Rob. Sometimes they're not. So you got to keep an eye on your golden retriever when it comes to the ice.
We've got two dogs at home. We've got the smart one and the one that's really, really nice.
Wait, do you have my dog?
Yeah, that's kind of the way. It's kind of funny, you know, when you get a pair of dogs, it seems like they take on those roles, you know.
Right. One is so sweet, right, and means so well.
Yeah.
But
I know
nice.
one is named Jax. That's the smart one.
Yep. And then Duma is the very nice one.
That's right.
Very good at warming your feet.
Oh, I love
Always
that.
under the
See,
table.
that is good.
Yeah, yeah. And you know that dog in Massachusetts has probably been sitting by the fire ever since.
Warming up.
24 hours a day, warming up.
All right, Rob, thanks. And even though I'm here,
Yeah.
right next to you, I still do Mars Moments.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can do it
I
all.
wear a lot of different hats. So coming up, is it time to start unplugging from our cell phones?
All right, so why a cell phone could make you very unhappy?
Unhappy.
And worse, it can hurt your health. Jeff, you're going to tell us this?
Bad news for you, Keba.
After the break.
All right, it's time for a life-changing experience.
Okay.
Can I see your cell phone? It's,
Oh,
it's
boy.
under there. It's
That's
under the
anxiety
thing.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right there
Yep.
is where you keep it from now on.
Yep.
And I have changed your life for the better.
Really?
I really have. Yeah. We are more addicted. I know.
We can't help you out. We got to see where this is going.
We're more addicted than ever to our smartphones. And sure enough, it's having an impact on our lives. For example, the exposure to electromagnetic frequencies, it is impacting our health and well-being in a very bad way, according to health website Mercola.com. Researchers at Kent State University in Ohio found that frequent cell phone use appears to be associated with academic performance, anxiety, and unhappiness in college students, which results in lower grades.
Good thing I'm not in college.
The higher the use, the more the anxiety for people.
Okay, that's a time management issue. The
Right.
more you're on your phone, the less you're studying for the exam.
Right.
But also, higher cell phone use is linked to reduced physical activity and fitness.
I exercise, thank you.
And in Florida, people who live there are frequently warned about the potential risk of cancer related to cell phone radiation. A resolution was passed after a local attorney had a cancerous tumor above his left ear removed in August of 2011.
my goodness.
A year after he had another tumor removed from his left hand. This was an attorney who was using his cell phone for hours every day. There is concern over the impact on children. In Russia, officials have issued the recommendation that all kids under age 18 should avoid using cell phones entirely. And in Belgium, they don't allow cell phones to be sold to children under the age of 7. Those regulations go into effect in March of 2014. So overall, there's just a massive crackdown on cell phone use in some countries, and I know you're anxious right now not having it.
Yep. Moderation, right? I'm not addicted. I just enjoy using it.
But Jeff, let's think about this for a second. The world uses cell phones, so if you only have a few isolated cases here or there, it just seems to me like this is something everyone should look into. But if we had tons of people that had tumors behind their ear.
Heard the same thing about microwave ovens.
This is true too.
So
try taking a break from your cell phones and let me know how you feel a week from now. Okay?
I just don't understand if that's necessary.
Well, let me know how you feel about this next thing. This has to do with some technology.
All right,
Imagine a paper airplane that actually flies.
Thank you.
It continues flying. This guy invented it. It's so cool. Take a look.
Let's see it.
People find it hard to believe you can make actually a paper airplane fly, soar, not just glide down.
That's called the Power Up 3.0. Has a range of 180 feet. It's controlled by an app on your phone. It's $30 on Kickstarter.com. How about that for a present, Rob?
Love it.
And we want to thank you for joining us. We'll see you here on Midday.